This is a meeting of the Camp Kiwanee Commission, October 23rd at approximately 5:35 p.m. First order of business on the agenda. Oh, I'm sorry. All those in attendance: Frank Malisi, Melissa Scartesi, Sheila Morse, and Caroline Mills. And then we have Dory, Roger, Renee, Corinne, Jack, and Jen. Miss anybody? No? Good. Okay. First order of business is Corinne Cafardo for the Hanson Community Christmas Committee. She would like to use the lodge for 12/13 and 12/14 to sort gifts. So I'll pass off to Dory.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, I had correspondence from Corinne, and she was nice enough to be able to come in and explain exactly to the commission what she is looking to do.
Awesome.
The Hanson Community Christmas Committee is now its own 501(c)(3). They broke off from the Kiwanis. I only started a year ago, so I don't have a lot of history, but we collect gifts like Toys for Tots at the police station. 50% of those gifts, they give back to the community as well. And last year, my Bombers donated 1,000 pairs of socks. So they're in high demand. So we basically advertise on social media and looking for donations for people to help us to buy the gifts and whatnot. We concentrate on the children. That's our main focus. We send out, applicants have this year up until November 25th to apply. We cut it off earlier because a lot of them were coming after, like, the week after the due date, and we had done the shopping, so, it makes it a little busy. But anyway, people apply, only the president knows the personal information, and a lot of families, instead of giving a monetary donation, they call and adopt a family. So we'll say 3 girls, give them the ages, this is what they like. Sometimes we call the whoever submits the application because they're just giving us basic everyday needs and not really, the kids must want something better, whatever. So last year we gave away 5 bikes. So, yeah, actually 6 were donated, and myself and another woman went to Target and bought a bike. And they had exactly what the kid was looking for, the Spider-Man. I'm not too familiar with the stuff. So. But anyway, it's a great cause. It was my first experience. It was extremely humbling. I was amazed at how many people in the town are desperate, basically. All nice people, but it was very nice to help. Took care of the personal stuff like toothpaste, shampoo, stuff, basically in the bathroom. And then they get based on the number of people in the family, a gift card to Shaw's and one to Walmart. So on the 13th, from noon to 9, we'd like to be able to work on separating what we have, dividing it by the families, and bagging it up. And then on Thursday, the 14th, is the pickup. So again, we want to bring it out there to set up, with tables and, give everything up.
Okay.
So pickup, I think, starts at 6.
6 p.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. Dory, do we have any events on that day?
No, we don't, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Is there any questions?
We did this last year, right? We do it.
I think you guys were planning to do it last year, but there was.
And then someone I had called to arrange it, someone else called to cancel it.
Oh.
Because we were in that Cutler real estate.
I remember dropping gifts off, yeah.
And they told us we could stay. They didn't have anything going on and do it right there since everything that was, we collected everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like the box from the library and the box. Last year we had the dry cleaner, JC Cleaners, over at the post office.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing it again this year, which is really a great help.
Yeah.
So, it was because they didn't have any activity, and I believe now the building's up for sale.
Oh, gosh.
So, we don't know how long that will take, and we don't want to happen in the middle of business.
Makes
So
sense.
the gifts are gonna be here overnight though? With your
Will be come on the 13th, they'll be in this room.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have security here.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure like
Yeah.
everything's.
Yeah, so
Nice.
yeah, if there's no
There walking around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No discussion? No? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve the Hanson Community Christmas using the lodge from on 12/13, 12/14, from 12 to 9 on the 13th, and then from 6 to 9 on
No,
the
12, because we'll set up how we're gonna, I don't think we'll probably come here at 12. I will know, we will know on Wednesday night what we have left to do.
Okay, so you want 12 to 9 for both days then?
That's what the President wanted.
Okay. Okay, so I'll
I can, like, tell you as we get closer, if we don't even need to come in here for 4 o'clock.
yeah, that's fine. You can just let us know so we can open the building for you.
Okay.
But we'll book it off from 12 to 9 for both days. So okay, let me rephrase that motion. I'll entertain a motion to approve the Hanson Community Christmas use of the lodge 12/13 to 12/14 from 12 to 9.
Second or
So moved.
so moved.
I have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Awesome. Okay, so then we got approval of September 11th, 2023 minutes. Did everybody get a chance to read them over? Yeah, nice. I'll entertain a motion to approve the September 11th,
I
2023
can't do it
minutes.
this time because I wasn't there.
Yeah. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye, with one abstention? Awesome, great. Fantastic, we're going right through. How long are these minutes? Oh, I read them, they're 3 pages long, of course.
That's her. Right?
That's, yeah. Okay. Okay, vote to reschedule wedding from 10/3/20 to 10/11/24. That's a sizable extension.
That is,
Okay.
if I may, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So this wedding was originally scheduled for actually October of 2019 and needed to be moved because of COVID.
Okay.
Totally understand.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
now the new date is October 20. So then she asked to reschedule it to 2021. We did. And then she said, oh, we need it 2022. We did. Then she scheduled it to 2023. So now it's not going to happen in 2023. We'd like to get married in 2024. So Renee and our feeling is that, well, how long is this going to go on? And the fact that she's booked in the old rates. So her wedding is a $5,000 range. So our feeling was, if the commission felt this way, that maybe you want to say, yes, you will do it for 2024 and that's it. Anything after that is the new rate. Was our feeling. That was our thought of how to just put an end to this.
What's our rescheduling policy that we have in policy procedures?
They can reschedule. That's not
As much as they want, it's in the policy.
Well, it doesn't say. It just says reschedule.
Okay.
So, and she's into it. 2,750 is her deposit. So
Okay.
yeah, that's we still have, of course.
Okay. Is she
So if she cancels, she doesn't get that back.
is she a Hanson resident?
No,
She's not. Okay.
no.
Okay. Any discussions on this? No? Nothing? Come on, I've never booked a wedding before.
I think that to do what you just said, one more time, I mean, reschedule is like a one-time thing.
Yeah,
There's no guideline for it, so.
Right.
Right.
She can't do it again.
That's what. Right.
We don't want it to go on for 5 years either, and have her be having $5,000 wedding, that we now charge.
Well, and we're holding certain dates.
Exactly.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Have we gotten any interest in that date? I mean, it's far out.
Yeah, not yet.
No, we haven't gotten any interest in that.
Fine. That's
No, but I probably could have booked the date that she had this year, because she's in prime wedding season.
Yeah, October.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
week before, she canceled it.
That's true. The week before she cancels it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't there a
That's
policy?
something you
Isn't
know
there?
a lot sooner. Well, this is also been going on for 4 years, so.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Feels like she's
Yeah.
stringing us
Is
along.
is there a rule on the week before?
No, there isn't a time frame. It feels like this wedding is not going to happen, and we're holding dates.
was she waiting for somebody to marry her or something? What is it?
Maybe she doesn't know her husband.
Does that happen? Okay. 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 So she canceled. Is it a week before every time she cancels it?
Well, she's not canceling it. She's
Reschedule is
rescheduling
the week
They're
before.
scheduling it. So she has all the information. As I email her, she has the information. Yes, this is what we're doing. This is how many people. She has the information.
Okay.
Let's, we're going to push it out another year.
Okay. So there's it. Okay. Let me ask this question. If we know this, is it a military family?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, I didn't ask, but I assume if it was, she just said something.
Yeah. I no, this doesn't matter, but I actually did meet her way back in 2019.
Oh.
I remember.
Okay. So. Okay.
She's from Rochester, Mass.
Okay.
Oh,
Need some idea here.
Rescheduling the week before, like no invitations went out, nothing like that, like
Well,
you're,
the
it's a wedding, it's not like it's a,
Right.
you know, just,
right.
It's very weird. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I asked the questions, you know, how many guests will we having this weekend? You know, all the questions. She answers them, you know, 100 and so many guests.
Mhm.
No app.
And she fills out like a liquor license and everything
She
like that
did do that.
Yeah.
every time.
No, once,
No,
4 years ago.
yeah.
So she didn't fill it in like a week before, like a week to. Isn't she supposed to have that like a week before the wedding?
No, she did 4 years ago, so that's valid. So she doesn't have
Oh,
to
really?
bother with that anymore.
I thought it was
Yeah.
by the date.
Well,
No.
we'll change the date if we need to, but we can do that.
Yeah, we'll change the date, but her $40 payment has been made.
Oh.
The
It's not like
liquor
she-
license doesn't expire?
No, the dates will, but I'm saying her payment. She doesn't have to pay $40 every time. You know, she paid
Right.
$40.
They just changed the date on
We
it.
changed the date, yeah, for the select board to vote the new date.
I worked in the wedding business for 25 years, and I think that when it comes to, you know, these events, you need to really have a policy or take the policy you have and really tighten it up.
And
Because, I mean, you're losing money now on this wedding.
Yeah, that's what I just noted over here as policies and procedures. We'll have to put that
Or
on the
maybe we'll
future
just put like
agenda.
a limit to 2 reschedules or something like that.
Two. I was being gracious. I'm being gracious. I was gonna put one. Yeah, I mean, you're locking up a date. Like it is. It's not like it's a December wedding. It's like we have people who book weddings
Right.
all the time for that. So I mean, I'm not really sure what we want to do. I don't know if we want to give her one more chance and then let it go after that, or we could just say no. You're not going to
Well,
reschedule.
I mean, maybe we let her reschedule and
Update the policies
the
and
rates,
procedures.
well, her rates are gonna change. If
yeah,
we're gonna be,
I think we have to at least say, this is your final.
Right.
Well, we have to at least notify her, like, this is the last time we're doing this.
right,
Yeah.
And then come a week before October 11th next year, if she doesn't.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I was thinking on not only this, but on top of this, if we update the policy and procedures, say you need to give us like 3 months notice when you schedule a wedding, like when you cancel a wedding, or else your security deposit. No, well, they don't
she's
get the
not,
security
she's
deposit.
rescheduling.
Right.
Reschedule, or
Right.
schedule, recancel.
Cause if someone cancels, that's, we have a
Reschedule
policy
or
for that,
cancel.
right?
Correct. Those are deposit.
Right,
Yeah. Okay. So for rescheduling, that
Right.
should be 3 months in advance, or else you don't get your security deposit back, and you you have to pay something. Like there has to be something.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So.
I also have, I mean, it's not a policy per se, but I tell people that we'll hold that date for 2 weeks until we receive the security deposit.
Mhm.
So, to secure the date.
Yeah.
So that could be something that we tell her too, like, we'll hold this date for you for 2 weeks. We need the final payment, or something to that effect. To secure it for you until.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, either that or we could charge her the new rates because it's been 5 years.
that's what I'm,
So
that's
so,
what I'm thinking that was my proposal.
okay.
To
Okay.
say, yeah, sure, we can move your date, but we are raising the rates and you're gonna have to pay the new rates.
Yeah.
Is there
Seems
anything,
like
anything anywhere that says that won't ever happen?
No.
No? Just like, I'm
No.
fine with it, it doesn't say anywhere that it can't.
No. So I mean, we can make that motion, right? Like it's a vote to reschedule it. Like we have to vote on the reschedules anyway. So I think that's a good idea. Or saying, yeah, we'll reschedule, but you're paying the new rate. and you're giving us more of a security deposit. If you want to reschedule it, we'll hold it for 2 weeks until you give us the difference in security deposit. Because she already paid us $2,700, right?
Right.
So what does she need, another $2,000 for
2,300,
2,300 for the new security deposits? They give us the other 2,300, and then you can have that date, I guess. And if she cancels again, we'll just
I mean, it's been
5 years.
5 years. They've gone up twice, I think, since then.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. So she's getting the old rate.
Yeah.
She's getting like the $300 wedding rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So okay. So I'll.
It costs us money. When
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So I will. Let me see if I can phrase this correctly. I will entertain a motion to reschedule the wedding from 10/3/20 to 10/11/24. If she agrees to pay the new rate. That's all right. Okay.
So moved.
So moved by Melissa. Do I have a second? Second by Sheila. All those in favor? Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, next is vote to accept proposal from Hawken and Sons to paint the venting system on the roof of Needles Lodge. Yeah. So this is, I'll let Dory take this away, and Roger probably, right?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So this is with regard to the venting system on the roof. You know how it's stainless?
Mhm.
And a while ago, we talked about camouflaging it, painting it like a blended color, like the roof, to match. So we went out and got quotes, and we had one from Hopkins and Sons Painting, and one from W Painting, and the third one let me do it. They did not submit a proposal. So Roger and my feeling is we would ask that if you would go with Hopkins and Sons Painting, although it's $4 more than the $1,350. But this company is supplying all the paint and doing everything that we had put in our proposal. W Painting, actually, we met with him and he told us, well, you'll have to go out and get the paint. We're like, well, no, that's why we're hiring you. So
Yeah.
our feeling was Hopkins and Son Painting is the way to go.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions, Melissa?
How are they matching? Are they taking a shingle and matching the color?
They are taking
I'm worried
shingle.
about
Yeah, no, they got
it gets painted and it's like neon or something like
oh,
that.
absolutely. They take a shingle. They have a company that happens to be in Boston, and they'll do a match, and we'll see it before.
Before, so
Yeah, to
you'll.
approve the color.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's it exactly. If it's going to be like that, we'll just leave it alone.
Right.
If they're not going to do it, it's close to the.
I just want to make sure it blend because it's it's a huge unit.
It's huge.
So
right,
just to make sure.
And we didn't even need to go out to RFP for this, right?
Oh no,
No, because it's way under the limit.
It's way under 50,000, but you do your
Has Hopkins and Son done stuff for us before? Is this the
No.
first time we had it? Do we
No.
have another painting company that we usually use for painting stuff or no?
No.
Okay. Okay.
See if they showed us anything?
what's that?
Their work or anything? Do they have any?
No, I don't. We do. Right. Yeah, no, we just I mean, with this price, you just use best business practice, and we went out with 3 quotes, and that's what best business practice is. And the good thing is, the other company, W Painting, they're only $4 a part, so it makes you feel like you're getting.
Yeah, it's something to compare.
So not really necessarily, because when you factor in how much we'd have to pay for paint,
Yeah.
then they're actually way more.
Right, and time to go
Right.
and pick it up.
Right.
Like, that's the whole point of hiring a professional.
Roger, do you have something?
Yeah, I just want to point out, the reason why we're going outside to paint that is because it's galvanized metal. We can use special paints and special primers to get it to adhere to the metal without peeling during the hot summer.
Yeah, it has to be special paint for it. Okay, any questions? More discussion? No? I'll entertain a motion to approve the proposal from Hopkins and Sons to paint the venting system on the roof of Needles Lodge.
So moved.
So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Fantastic, thank you. Vote to accept the proposal of Eagle Build Remodel for structural repair to the boathouse. And this is, if I'm not mistaken, the same company that did the cabin, right?
Very same.
And they do okay.
Yes, they're very technical, they do excellent work. Went out to 3 companies, Eagle, Build and Remodel, DNDAV, and Johnny Thorpe. And the other 2 did not respond. The Eagle Builds did, and his proposal is $5,470.
Okay, is that out of our earnings or is that out of insurance?
Insurance.
Insurance, okay.
Okay, so this is.
Insurance. So was the vent, by the way.
The vent is
The
also,
funding source is insurance.
Oh, okay.
awesome. Okay. Any questions about that? I mean, the boathouse is kind of getting there. It's got a new roof.
Mhm.
Structure is going to be fixed. Eagle's done. They did the cabin, the electric cabin over there, and I think they've done. Have they done a couple other things for us? Or is it just the cabin?
They did the cabin, they did some small repairs,
Roof
repair
kitchen.
here,
Oh, they did the kitchen.
they
Okay.
did some small
Awesome.
work over
Yeah.
at a couple of
Yeah.
cabins.
I don't know if you guys seen the electric cabin over there. Have you guys been in there before?
Oh,
No.
it's
It's,
beautiful.
yeah, it's nice. It's really
It's really
nice.
nice. The
Yeah.
bunk beds.
I slept in there a couple nights last week. My wife was mad at me.
No, you didn't.
No, I just. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to accept the proposal from Eagle Build and Remodel for structural repair to the boathouse.
So moved.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Awesome, thanks. Vote to accept the proposal from K&M Communications for license plate reader camera installed on the gatehouse. What is that all about?
So, Mr. Chairman, if I may, this
Yeah.
is with regard to putting, it's a license plate reader camera on the gatehouse. And what that means is any cars coming up or
Mhm.
going down, you'll be able to read the license plate. Because we've had a lot of damage, we've had a lot of, what do you call it?
Vandalism.
Vandalism, thank you. So this will actually, but it's hard to see with the cameras, the existing cameras that we have.
Yeah.
So this would allow us to be able to actually get a license plate and actually find out who is doing what by, coming and going, reading that. So the proposal is in front of you, and the price and the K&M is who the town uses, of course. They've done all our cameras. And their proposal is $2,095.25. And our funding source would be from our article that we still have left, $5,645. So we'd be able to pay for it out of that article, which is what we use to pay for all the other cameras.
Go on, Melissa.
How much is the yearly maintenance on it? And like the service fee?
I think that's it, as far as I know, Melissa. That's a very good question, but he didn't say.
And like who's monitoring it? Like is it,
Oh,
Okay.
it's our IT director.
so it's linked to his?
Oh, yeah, yes. It's linked, just like all these cameras are linked to him.
Okay.
So he would be monitoring it, something happened, he would even contact the detective at the police station
Yeah.
and work on it that way.
Okay, so has he talked to the police department about this? Doing this?
About,
Has he talked to them about putting a license plate reader there?
I don't know if he's talked to them or not, I'm not sure, but this is his recommendation. And Roger, I don't know if you want to chime in,
It'll let us know what vehicles are going in and out all the time. And if there is vandalism up here, they can narrow it down to certain vehicles.
Yeah.
At times.
No, I understand that. I get what it does. I'm just not sure.
I don't think there's anything illegal about doing that. It's,
Lawfully,
you
have
can't,
to use this to like, can you?
you can use that, you can't use any voice recordings.
right, this is a particular type of camera in the LPR license plate reader. And that this is
So
his.
it can be used to like, charge somebody with something.
That'll be up to the police.
They would investigate.
Oh well, it would. I think the police would probably be like, oh, that's like, let's go talk to those people. They came in here at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, one of the cabins lit on fire or something.
Yeah.
Be like, let's go talk to those people and figure it out. And then from there, they can kind of
Right.
do the. But I'm not sure. I don't know if we should like do some due diligence and yeah.
This amount is just to buy the camera. It's not, installation isn't included, who's gonna install it?
It is. It's
Steve will install it.
installation of equipment.
Well, it says right here, the following items are not included, installation of equipment.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Install it. And I know it says here it's a 3-year camera license. So as far as I know, that's the only charge,
Okay.
the $2,095.25.
I personally would feel a lot better if we approved this, but we only bought it after we get like input from like the PD. Like and Steve works with them. He's over there. His office is over there. So I'd be interested to see if he could talk to them and be like, they'll be like, yeah, it's okay to do. You could do that. We could work with it. Yeah, have like a recommendation from them to do it.
Yep.
Because I don't like it. It's just the perception of it, right? I mean, it's one thing to have security cameras, but like you track everybody who comes in and out of the camp with a license plate reader seems kind of
Right.
like Yeah,
I wouldn't monitor to it unless something happened.
Exactly.
Then you're like.
no, that's true.
We have them outside the library, front and back, we have them in the library.
Yeah, well, we have security cameras. Like we have security cameras all over the place, but
This is specific to license.
this is specific to license plates,
Well,
and I don't. It's not that big of a deal if the police is like, yeah, we can do it, but I don't want to go through the hassle of, because there is a problem with people coming in and out of the camp, and unless we put a gate up at the camp over there or at the entrance and literally shut it every night, we can't really do anything about cars coming in here. Roger.
If that camera had been in place, we would have known who destroyed the bridge a week ago.
No, I'm not saying that I don't think the camera is not going to be a good idea. I think we're going to get a lot of useful information out of that camera. I'm concerned about, I would say, the ethics of having the camera there and tracking everybody coming in and out of the camp. I mean, it's a public piece of property. It's not. We're not a privately owned company, right? We're a municipal property. So, you know, if somebody said we're going to put this in town hall, like I'd be like, yeah, that's not cool. Like going in and out of town hall and you getting tracked every time you go there. So I mean, I would feel better if the police department said, yeah, no, that's fine. Like we have them all over the place. I don't really care. But I don't think that. That's just my opinion though. So.
And let's just hope that, vandals are coming by vehicle.
That's true. They could be coming by horseback. Yeah, who knows?
Right.
Walk around, walk through doesn't necessarily mean that
Yeah.
they can stop,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know, but
And then we would, our staff would install it. Is that what I'm assuming?
The IC director, yeah.
Steve would.
Oh, Steve would do it.
Steve
Okay.
would do it.
how
Me-
much vandalism did you have this year?
Oh,
Like 10,000?
This year, I don't think that much this year, right?
It's constant small things.
Yeah.
It's like the pavilion building up there. They broke in through a screen and they tried to break out through the door. Nice oak door got split in two and they didn't make it out. They ended up going back out the screen that they came in. And then
What's your
screens being torn all the time. They take knives to them. There's all kinds of small crap going on all the time.
Well, the pavilion, what did that cost to repair?
It's done in house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so let's. Does anybody want to make a motion on the security cameras? I'm not gonna.
Can we just get more information?
I mean, you can either get more information. I mean, I don't think it's a rush, but
We'll just table it to the next.
You just don't like it. You don't want it.
I don't like it. So, but I mean, it doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. It's just I don't like it. So, I mean, I'm only one person for you. So,
I'm the one also.
yeah. I mean, I just don't like it. Maybe if we get more information on it from the police department, and, how it will be used, who has access to it. I also don't like the idea. No disrespect to Steve, because Steve's a great guy. I don't like the idea of Steve having that information. Be honest with you, like he's an IT director. He's not the police. So if it's going right to his phone, I don't like that. That's not. Yeah, so if they want to have it set to go to the police, and the police get pinged every time a cop comes in here during certain hours, it's completely fine. But I mean, that's like sending it to me, and I'm not even an employee. Like I'm not an employee of the town, but I just don't think If we can table that, is everybody okay with tabling that? Okay. So we're gonna table that one. I've got a lot of security on here for the agenda, huh? So vote to pay the monthly cost for the cameras in the north and south end. So these are actually, we already have them, right? So what's the monthly cost for those, Dory?
Well, no, so this would be putting cameras in the south end and the north end where we don't have them currently. And Steve, they already have the cameras, so we wouldn't have to purchase the cameras.
Okay.
But it's a $40 monthly charge.
Okay.
Every month we would pay $40 a month for each camera.
Okay. So $480 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's coming out of the article from 2021.
This would come out of our
Earnings.
same article.
Okay, so on the budget,
Yeah.
so the article from 2021, the large wiring and security system.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes, exactly. Because right now the camera that we have down at the Cove is solar activated, and that solar doesn't work in the north end and the south end.
Makes sense.
So he's got the cameras and he could install them, but it would cost us. But I really feel a need to put cameras in the south
Yeah.
end and the north end.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Any discussion? No? I'll entertain a motion to approve the monthly cost for the cameras in the north and south end.
So moved.
Do I have a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Awesome, thank you. Discussion to add language to the lodge rental agreement. This was from last time.
Yes.
The lawyers really lawyered up the agreement last time. We couldn't understand what they were saying, so. So Dory, you can go ahead and take this away, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we are still waiting on town council for their approval, and I know at the last meeting, there was a question on where it says, waiting, town council preparing language, the addition, should the event, we're waiting on the language to say that. That's not the language. We're waiting on the language from town council to say that. And then also, we'd like to add bridal cottages, a day rate of $150. Which
Okay.
is what you voted that already. And also, on the first page where it says, all final payments are due not later than 60 days from the event, and we would add, and are non-refundable.
Okay.
So I will check back with them. We're still waiting on that.
Okay, yeah, I think something along the lines of like for the agreement, if the event type should change, the difference in payment or the difference in event
Yeah.
costs will be added or something like that.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
That's from
I wasn't here
the
last
wedding.
week.
Yeah, that's from the. So this was from a wedding that wasn't a wedding that turned into a wedding, and that
Yeah.
wasn't a wedding afterwards, but it was a wedding during.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, that clears it up for you. It was. This was we're not going to say names, but this was the lady. Yes, a lady booked a Pembroke person booked a Pembroke people
Mhm.
booked a party for $500, right? And then she's like, "Oh, it's not a wedding. It's not a wedding, but it's kind of a wedding, but it's really not a wedding." And then she had a wedding for $500.
Oh.
We didn't have anything on a contract here.
She got her marriage license because she got married off site and they were having a party. And then she showed up in a wedding dress.
Oh.
Yeah, she showed up in her wedding dress and they had like a little ceremony out there. I believe she was seen on camera wearing a wedding dress. I was covering the venue, saw her wearing a wedding dress. And after her party got started, she kept wandering around and she kept saying, wedding.
Yeah.
And that's when I contacted them, going, she's cheating.
Yeah.
Party to a wedding.
So we just need, because we have nothing in our agreement that states what happens when we do that. So, okay, so you're looking. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Renee.
Can we have them add the verbiage for rescheduling once when they're doing that?
Yes, but we can't vote on that tonight. So you're looking on a discussion, not a vote for the language tonight, right? Or you looking on a vote to change? So what are you looking for, Dory? I guess is the question, because there's a couple of things here that we voted on that we did and we're still waiting on. So do you want to vote on this all together next time when we have all the language, or do you want us to vote on something now?
Yeah, maybe we can wait till next time and then add Renee's suggestion.
Yeah.
She just said about.
If you add the rescheduling, if town council gets back to us about the changing the events, and then we'll add the non-refundable at the end of this.
Yeah,
We can
perfect.
just vote on it in one swoop, if that makes sense. Everybody good with that? Yeah? Okay, awesome. I can't read that last piece of paper for you. Here we go. Got it. Good. Discussion on computer-generated sales receipt from New England bartending. Okay, Dory, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So currently, the process is that we receive, as you know, a commission every month from, it's an 80-20 split. And what we get is a memo saying that these are the sales and hit 20% is this figure and here's the check. But we feel that it should be a computer-generated slip from the cash register showing that
Oh,
sales,
should be.
so that you can tie it back to the actual sales.
Yep.
So in discussions with this, the town administrator suggested that the commission vote to have me contact perhaps Mr. Fuller and request that. To have a computer-generated slip rather than just a piece of paper with numbers on it, because there's no way to tie this back to anything.
But she can do with the new system he has. So with that handheld system he
The
has,
square,
no, it's
toast, what is it? Something?
I forget what it's
A
called.
whole bunch of programs.
It's a computer system.
Yeah.
They scan the cards, whatever. We have them at Gillette, but they can generate a computer system. They'd have to. It might be more work for them on their end because they have to actually bring everything in. but not.
Right, and that's the
That
point.
must have been a party, huh? Well,
What about like cash sales?
They bring it
Stuff
into
to
the
bring it in.
register, everything goes
So
into the
Oh.
they
register.
have to bring it into that handheld thing.
So right now, everything is not being run into the register, and that's just not how we wanna.
Yeah, it makes sense.
any discussion? No? Okay, I'll entertain a motion for Dory to reach out to the bartending service and ask them. Well, we'll want to ask them to use it, or we're going to tell them if they need to use it.
Tell them they.
Okay, so I'll authorize Dory to reach out to the bartending service. I'll make a motion to authorize Dory to reach out to the bartending service, telling them that they need to use electronic receipts and give that to us for our contract.
So moved.
Second? Anybody?
Second.
Second. I'm switching it up over there. Okay, all those in favor? Okay, everybody. Okay, good. There we go. Okay, and there's a reason why we have Renee here tonight. Discussion on proposed 2024 rates. Go ahead, Renee.
So Dory and I did some research around the Lake House and the Sapphire Group. So the Sapphire Group owns the Oklahoma Potted, and they own several other properties where they rent out for events. So they have a minimum charge between food and beverage of $10,000.
Mhm.
That's like their baseline. You can't even throw a party at their event areas without that being a cost. So you want to have a baby shower, it's $10,000. And we don't have anywhere around besides us really, or the AA or the BFW or some type of venue like that rents the way that we do. So that being said, our rates are really low compared to that. But yeah, I see, because we don't have, so we wanted to have a discussion about, possibilities, because we also don't have food. So they have to
Well.
control the cost of their food.
Mm-hmm.
But it still leaves us at the least 3,000 under, because they also have to pay the rental fee for the venue, which is $2,000.
In the day, and if it's at
during
night,
the day
it's
event.
8,500.
Right. So you see on a Friday to rent their venue is $6,000 during our peak season.
Plus the 19,000 food.
Right.
That's 25,000 minimum.
Saturday night's 8,500 and 24,000 food.
Yeah, we did this exercise actually the last time I've done it. Remember, Dory, we did it like
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
2 years ago or whatever. It's hard to find apples to apples.
It
Yeah.
is.
Right. So there's nothing around that's like us.
Well, because we provide the building.
Right.
That's all we provide. We don't provide food. We don't provide we provide the bar service. So yeah, it's hard to.
How is the bar service? The $40. What does that go?
Goes to the town.
So we don't get any part of that.
No, because we got the 80-20 split from the bar service. So the $40 is for the liquor license for the town.
So
That's-
let us know.
Not us. We don't look
Nope.
at it on.
Yeah, it's
Do
separate.
And so okay. So let me ask this: What do you think we should raise it by? If you had to make a number up, or not make a number up, but if you had to put a number up, what do you think we should raise it
So
by?
I'm thinking at the very least, because even a ceremony fee is $1,500. At
Mhm.
$1,500 to $2,000 at any of these venues for them to use, and ours is $500.
Okay.
This is what we came up with.
Oh, is there a-
It should be in your packet.
So let's just go down here. So wedding and celebration bar. That's right now it's 7,500.
75.
Right.
Yeah,
So you're thinking 2,000 more.
and then $500 for the ceremony on site. Ours is.
Oh, right here. Right. Okay.
And we're thinking of increasing that to 750.
Yeah. And then what about South End camping? What's that right now?
1,000.
With the bridal cottage?
Yes.
And what's the day rental for the bridal cottage?
150, and
So
that's
that's
new.
staying the same.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, that's a new one. Okay.
That's new.
And then additional wedding renewal hours. You have 250. What's it right now?
And right now it's at 250.
Okay, so that's staying the same.
Yeah.
And then so the last time we raised the rates was when?
The last time we raised the rates,
It's on the bottom of that sheet in front of you.
Last year.
7/13/2021.
But it didn't go into effect until
January, probably January
22.
2022. So it would be 2 years.
So 2 years it's been at the, okay.
So, okay, hold on. So the ceremony is 500. 7,400.
The other thing to note too, if I may, is that like the places like the Lake House, they have a 21% administrative fee,
Mhm.
and we don't have any fee. And they have a 6.25% state tax, which of course we can't have.
Okay.
So there's no hidden costs in our
Okay.
tax.
So let me just ask this question: when somebody books a wedding here, who pays for the linens? Do we pay for the linens, or
We
they pay for the linens?
Yeah, they pay for the linens. We pay the supplier the linens.
Okay.
The guest pays us, and we make a profit.
Okay.
We pay the supplier less money than we charge the guest for the linens. So that's a moneymaker for us.
It's not, or it is.
It is a moneymaker for us.
By how much? Like how much do you think like a year we make off of that?
So we would charge for linen. We would charge the guest $10.
Okay.
And we pay the supplier $4.
Okay.
What's it, 7.75% local tax?
Yeah, local Halifax local
Yeah.
tax.
We have local gas tax.
We do actually.
Do we
yeah.
really?
Yeah, so the 0.75 is a food tax essentially in the town. So they have it in Hanson, that Halifax has it. I think Pembroke has it also in Kingston. That was a hot topic 2 years ago at a town meeting. What's that?
Are they different?
No, it's literally you put a 0.75% tax on all restaurant ready-made meals in the town. Yeah, it's a meal tax. Yeah.
Like if you go and buy one of the subs at Shaw's, you pay a meal.
Yeah, but not groceries though. That's
Right.
not groceries. It's just the meal tax.
Prepared food.
It's prepared foods. Yeah. I like the exercise. I think going up $2,000 is too high for one time. And that's just my opinion.
I'm not, I'm like, when it comes to money, I'm like, this. I think I already thought 500 for a party was a lot, so if somebody asked me to pay 750, I definitely, I could call.
Don't get me wrong, I think Kiwanee will, but I think there's a big difference between us and the others.
Oh, there is, and if I may too, you're exactly right. It's not apples to apples.
Yeah,
But
it's
a
hard to
lot of
find.
people say they like the idea that they can choose their own food. They don't have to.
It's a perk.
It is a perk.
Yeah.
A lot of people love it, and they love it. And everybody, I will say, everybody says to us, "Why are you so cheap?" Just so you're aware. That's it.
But I think we're
500
not so cheap because we're town owned, isn't it? Like, that's one of the.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't. I think. I would think that we're so cheap because we give them the bare bones, and we don't need to make a killing off it, right? So like, I mean, if we make 70, so right now we charge $7,500 for this the wedding, and it's what, $500 for the ceremony, right? So that's $8,000. But realistically, how much are we spending on that wedding? Like as a camp, how much are we spending on that wedding? I mean, $500. Maybe.
The cost of the caretaker.
With caretaker
Right.
costs and things, and like living costs and stuff like that, and electricity,
I
maybe.
mean, I don't grow up here, but everything I get from everybody that did grow up here is that that's what this is known for, is to not make money. It's to
Yeah, well, that makes
I think
sense.
that's kind of where it started, you know what I mean, like way back when, more like this was more geared towards, it wasn't, but that was the thought of it, is towards a place where like Hanson residents, but I think we've gone way above and beyond that now where, tons of people, the West weddings and all that, so those have all increased and everybody, the word is out about the place, so maybe it is time to boost up a bit,
Yeah.
Okay, it makes sense. But last year was also we made. It was what, the first year in probably 4 or 5 years that we actually turned a profit in this place,
Right.
and we actually brought over retained earnings. So we have to strike a balance between keeping cheap as we can and not going too expensive so people don't come here and they just go to a place like the Lake House, and kind of making it so we can actually do stuff to the lodge, right? I mean, that's.
Well, if we're legit about half of what they're why don't we just meet in the middle at about 3/4, it's still cheaper, and
I
It's a
mean,
win for us.
okay, so over the next. So let's just say next year, would you rather have the 30 weddings at this price, or would you rather have 12 at a new price of like 10,000? I mean, you're gonna have people
You
that.
can't guarantee that though. I mean,
Yeah, you can't guarantee either.
every weekend, there's a wedding, if not more than one, and it's
Yeah.
consistently been going like that.
And you can't get a wedding for under $10,000
Yeah.
anywhere. We're the only ones. And I just feel like we're losing out on a market that the people love this place, they're willing to pay, and they cannot believe how cheap it is. And they say it all day long, don't they?
I mean, no one's saying we've gotta meet other places, you know, obviously they have a little bit, they have a bit more to offer, but I mean, there is room to at least make a bit of a,
Yeah.
of a good
We can
job.
definitely jump. I think let's just say I think in 3 years these prices are going to be with like I think these prices are where they go. I think making a jump to $2,000 in a single year. I mean, we did that 2 years ago,
For 1 year, it's only been.
but that was the first time we've raised rates in I don't even know how long. I think if we make moderate changes, $500 for the wedding price, then next year we can reassess and make another 5 and like kind of move from there. But I don't want to add like a shock value to people and be like, oh, now it's $2,000 more expensive. Especially now.
It's not gonna be a shock value to them, because you know what, they didn't price out a wedding last year, that's what the price is at, and then they're going to other places and then turning around and saying, well, that's a way different, nobody shops out a wedding price from year to year and then says.
Well, we had somebody earlier on the agenda that did that.
No.
For 5 years, she's shopping it out. She's trying to get a better rate. Yeah. So wait for us to drop rates. She can come back in.
I just figured, yeah, she'd book it now and then, find someone later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're still coming up into way under other places.
Okay. So
We could increase the ceremony and still be half, if we want to do, like you said, Frank, little changes, we could increase the ceremony amount to half of what they charge at these places, $1,500 at the Lake House at Sapphire Group, just for the ceremony, that 20 minutes they spend on the porch.
Yeah.
I think the ceremony price is completely fine. I think $750 for the ceremony is completely fine.
I think that's moderate change, little change. I don't know, like you said, it's apples to oranges, so I don't know about the rest, but what do you think, George?
Yeah, and even with parties, and people say, why so cheap? And I hate when I hear that. Why so cheap? Well, it's just our rates. $500 for a party, and you can go to the VFW and.
The one thing I don't like in here is that Hanson discount.
It was 10%.
I know it was.
10% is a mistake.
Yeah, no, I know. I like the 20% Hanson
You do
discount.
like it.
Yeah.
It's on our website, Home Way, so that's why we brought it up here.
Yeah. No,
Finally, some places.
Can you
it says
show me,
10.
because I'm trying to go through the website and I thought I changed it everywhere. Like there's so much information, it's so user friendly. So if you see it somewhere that
Yeah.
says 10,
Yeah.
screenshot it and and show me,
Okay.
because I thought I went through and changed it all.
Yeah.
if I had a choice, I would raise that up, but I'm not going to. I don't even. I've never once rented here, so I don't even take advantage of it. But I think that
I did.
I haven't. I haven't. So
So if someone lives in Hanson, they get a discount?
20%.
That's a big discount.
It is, and it's specifically designed that way. Well, I designed it, but
I would eliminate,
know.
I would eliminate the discount. They could go down the street and it's gonna cost them double, if not more.
Mm.
Most people would still, is that told to you by the town?
no.
No.
Nope.
Wow, 20%, that's really generous.
I mean, you gotta think about like the camp is,
But,
it's been supported by the town more time than once.
It should be marketed as a unique place, really push on the cottages to keep the party going, they have a fire pit and everything. I've only been to one wedding here and that was 10 years ago, but it was really nice.
Mhm.
And it was cheap.
So, go ahead, Melissa.
The other thing is, 2023 was, I think, an extraordinary year because of a lot of the reschedules from COVID.
Yes.
And I'm just worried, I don't think we're going to get that booking rate.
Funny you should
I mean,
mention that.
I'm being positive. I hope we do. But I don't think we're going to get as many weddings next year as we did.
So fiscal year 23, we had 45 weddings. Through that's from July 1st of 22 to June 30th of 23.
Yeah.
That's fiscal year 23.
Yeah.
To fiscal year 24, which we're in right now, we have 13 weddings, right? And that's 13 weddings already booked that are not happening. So it's not including all the weddings that have happened from July of this year to now, but it's additional 13 weddings from here on out is what we have booked.
Okay.
So I think
This is how, when we talked about it earlier, 2023, we had the year, we had 15 weddings. Most people think on a yearly, January,
Right.
December.
Right.
We had 15 weddings. For 2024, we have 14 scheduled so far
oh, for the whole year.
for the year.
Okay.
Yeah, so far, which if you divide it, works out comparable in fiscal years.
Okay, so you're telling me that fiscal year, so 2023, the year, like the whole year of 2023, has 45 weddings in it.
No, the calendar year,
Yeah.
it's different, has 15. But the fiscal year goes 2022 to 2023.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's where you get the 40 from.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then 2023 to 2024 has, I think, what is it, 15? 13?
13
Planned so far.
planned so far. Okay. Can I borrow that for a second? Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so right now the rate for the wedding celebration and vow renewal is $7,500. What would we think? I'm going to make a motion after this. What do we think the price should be on it
For what?
for the wedding celebration and vow renewal? So
Isn't
price-
it 500?
so the price right now is $7,500. What is the price that you think we should go to if we're going to raise the rate on it?
And this would be in effect from?
It will be in effect from
January 1st.
January 1st of this year. Next year, sorry.
I don't think we should raise it.
Sheila?
I think we should.
Caroline? Gotta give me something here.
I don't think so.
Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, so this is what we'll do. Okay, so
Frank,
that was essentially like a half-hearted vote, but that's fine. Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
something you're gonna have to consider down the road in short term is the cost of replacing the air conditioning system in this place.
The what?
Okay.
Sorry, what did you?
Let's
Air conditioning system.
Oh.
the majority, if not most, of the people coming in here for weddings are not Hanson residents.
Yes.
Coming from out and about. I mean, we're thinking along the terms of like, oh, let's, give our community a break as far as price deal. They're not coming from our towns, they're from everywhere else.
Yes.
So why shouldn't we be bringing in more income off of that? Even for like a party rate for $500, you could go to a VFW and that's what you're gonna pay if you know a member. I mean, essentially, you could probably get get it less here than you would be paying at just a regular VFW or Knights of Columbus or something. That's if you know someone.
Okay. So what would you like the rate to be?
It's not what I would like it to be. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
No. Well, no. I'm just. Oh, you gotta give me a
So
number.
we're at 75.
Yeah.
And the consistently around here is at 95. That's kind of what you guys are basing on. Why don't we meet it in the middle at 85?
Okay. So you're saying 8,500.
So you're saying it would be 8,000 for wedding ceremony.
No, it'll be 8,500 for the wedding celebration of vow renewal. And then the ceremony's different. We'll get to that though. Hold on, we'll get to that. Okay, so the additional wedding celebration and vow renewal hour rate is $250. There's no proposed changes. Anybody want to change that? Okay. So and then the vow wedding and vow renewal ceremony and wedding rehearsal on site is currently at $500, and the proposed rate is $750. Does that make sense?
So I agree with that.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go through and if you want to change the number, let me know, and then we'll go through and make a motion on the numbers that are here.
Okay.
Okay, so South End Camping and Bridal Cottage is currently set to $1,000. The proposed rate would be $1,500. Does anybody have a different number that they'd like to propose that to? No. Okay. Bridal cottage day rate is $150. We have that. Okay, parties and fundraisers, $150 per hour, 5-hour minimum, which is $750. Does anybody want to change that to a different rate or keep it the same?
What's it right now?
$500.
Oh, and you want to change it to hourly.
100. Well, it's already kind of hourly now. I mean, they get 5 hours.
Oh,
for it
okay.
anyway, right? So it's kind of hourly now. It's just $150 per hour. Does anybody want to?
Basically $50 more an hour. That's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
It's going up $50.
So okay. So when we vote on this, what's going to happen is if you want to change, I'm going to say the proposed rate,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you don't want the new proposed rate, right, then you don't vote for it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay, because it's going to get really confusing
I
here.
know.
So, okay, company workshops, $1,500, up to 5 hours with an additional $150. That's really a big deal. The cabins, electric cabins, $100 per night. Are these prices changing?
Yes,
What are they now? The cat, 60?
right, yes. Mr. Chairman, if I may,
Yeah,
I
go
want
ahead.
to go back to kitchen fee.
Yes.
$150, because we currently don't have a kitchen fee. This would be for the people that are having a party, and then if they're using our kitchen, all of our wear and tear, and the caterers, they would pay $150 to use our kitchen.
We have a
Right
kitchen
now-
fee for caterers right here on the
I
price
know,
sheet.
but it's not, this would be on the client to pay the $150 if they're using our kitchen. Because right now, we haven't collected a dime from caterers, because they don't pay, because they don't have,
put their food
they
in
don't
the
get
kitchen.
right.
They bring it in, they drop it.
Okay, so you're saying $150 kitchen fee is charged to the clients?
Right,
So what we're thinking is if they are using the space, like they come in, have their party, if they're gonna use the warming ovens, if they're gonna use the kitchen for stuff, essentially we would keep it locked so they can't use it unless they pay the $150 and then they can use. Because if you go into a
Keep what locked though?
The kitchen.
Okay, so but when caterers come in here for a function, they have to put their
No, I mean during a party, not a
oh
wedding.
during a party.
This
Okay,
is
during
just
a
for
party.
parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I get
I
what
just
you're saying.
wanted you to be clear on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how about we do this? How about we take the wedding celebration and vow renewal first, and then we'll go on to the next ones. Okay. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion. I'll entertain a motion to raise the wedding celebration and vow renewal rate from $7,500 to $8,500.
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Caroline will second. Okay, all those in favor? Okay, so 3, all those against? Okay. Okay, so next one, additional wedding celebration. Oh, that's the same, so we don't have to change that. Wedding and vow renewal ceremony and wedding rehearsal on site. I'll entertain a motion to change that from $500 to $750.
So moved.
So do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Awesome, thank you. Okay. I'll entertain a motion to increase the South End camping and bridal cottage rental fee from $1,000 to $1,500.
That's all the cabins.
That's all the cabins in the South End and the bridal cottage.
And that's in it.
That's with the
just
wedding.
for weddings.
That's just for weddings, yes.
Just for the whole.
That's just for weddings, right?
Yes,
Okay,
that's
just
right.
for weddings.
Currently 1,000.
So moved. Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Okay. I need to change that. Okay, great. So, effective January 1st, I probably should have put that in motion, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to make the new wedding celebration and vow renewal prices effective January 1st, 2024.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Fantastic, great.
And
thank
this
you.
doesn't include. This isn't for already booked weddings, right?
Correct.
No, it's anything booked after January
Anything.
1st.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the party, okay, so the party, birthday party, graduation, bridal shower, baby shower, reunion, celebration of life, and fundraisers. Fundraisers. Okay, yeah. $150 per hour, 5-hour minimum, $750. Discussion about that. Does anybody have another price they want to set that to, or they want to keep it to the change price, or not change at all?
I think we should keep it. I don't want to raise them.
Okay, so I will entertain a motion to change the birthday parties, graduation, bridal, baby shower, reunion, celebration of life, and fundraiser rate from 150, or I'm sorry, from $100 an hour, right,
Correct.
to $150 per hour with a 5-hour minimum effective January 1st, 2024.
Motion.
Here you go. Have a second? Got a second?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I'm looking into the distance of myself, my future self. Okay, so that, and now all those against. All those against. Okay, all those against. Thanks, Melissa. Okay. Additional hours has been $100 per hour, right? Anyway?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't have to change that. Kitchen fees for the clients, $150, right? Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to oppose a kitchen fee of $150 an hour to clients booking parties or fundraisers.
Actually, hold on a second.
Yep.
Because, let me think for a second. So if they have 75 to 50 people at a party, then that fee essentially is going to be yes or no on them, because they can decide, they're going to control that whether or not they use the kitchen. Right. If they go over 75 people, now they're going to have a caterer.
Mhm.
So are they paying the caterer and not the fee? I didn't really think about it in that.
Okay.
So they're gonna have to have a caterer, so they're gonna have to use the kitchen.
This is what we'll do. We'll put that on the agenda for next time, and then we will we'll discuss that more in depth about the kitchen fee. There's a lot of inconsistency with the kitchen fee, so we'll figure it out next time. We'll table the kitchen fee for right now. Company workshop, is that changing? Is that that was $1,000 before, right?
I'm sorry.
Company workshop was $1,000
Yes.
before, now it's $1,500. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll entertain a motion to approve the increase in rates for company workshops from $1,000 to $1,500 up to 5 hours effective January 1st, 2024.
So moved.
Second. Anybody want to say? Second. All those in favor? All those almost in favor? Was that a yes or a no? Okay. Okay. Okay, camping fees. What's the electric cabin fee currently?
60.
60. What is the cabin and chalet? I got it right in front of me. Look at me, huh?
100.
Chalet's 100.
Wait, how's it 100? This says 75 night. We're going to drop the chalet price?
Yeah, that's what we were thinking, because the chalet, it has no electricity. It's just a cabin, just like all the other cabins. So
Oh, okay. I get. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna drop that from 100 to 75, right?
because right now the cabins are 60,
And we're gonna
and the
increase the
chalet
cabins.
we feel is not really correctly priced at 100, because there's nothing in there other than a big cabin.
Can I use that for a second? It's actually easier to figure that out. So cabins will be 75. So the electric will be 100. You're saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have 10 sites. Would be 40. Frontier would be 175. Cottage would be 250. Okay. Pavilion. So sorry, the chalet would be 75. Pavilion would be 100 per hour. Minimum of 4 hours. Do people sleep in the chalet? Or I'm sorry, in the pavilion?
No.
No, they don't, right? Okay, and then okay, and the southeast pavilion and the northeast frontier are staying the same price, right?
So
Yeah.
Oh no, okay,
Plus.
15.
From 120 to 175.
So the southeast, the whole southeast campground
South end,
and
sorry.
south end campground, the pavilion is going from $800 to $1,500. Is that accurate?
From 1,200 to 1,500.
Where's
Look at the.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so from 1,200 to 1,500. It's on the second page. North End cabin, including the Frontier cabin. Okay, so and then the North End camping, including the Frontier cabin, is staying at 1,200.
So the North End camping and including the Frontier cabin was 500.
Okay, so that's being changed to 1,200.
Mm-hmm.
South end camping, north end camping, 2,500. Okay, so that's staying the same.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we did the math, and if you charged individually each cabin the rates,
Mhm.
this is less if they rent the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
It's a deal for rather than if you choose.
Okay, so I'll do this all in one motion. If you want me to change the price on any of these, then stop me, and then we can amend the motion that I'm making. Okay?
Can you just say what it was and what it's going to?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to change the following rates effective January 1st, 2024. The cabins, which are going from $60 a night to $75 a night. The small and large electric cabin, which is going from $60 a night to $100 a night. Tent sites going from $30 a night to $40 a night. The Frontier cabin going from $120 a night to $175 a night. The cottage going from $200 a night to $250 a night. The chalet going from $100 a night to $75 a night. The pavilion going from $250 a night or $250 for 4 hours to $400 an hour. I'm sorry, not $400 an hour. $100 an hour, so $400. The Southeast Pavilion, Southeast Pavilion staying the same. Camping only in the Northeast and Southeast with the Pavilion and Frontier from 1,200 to 1,500, and then the Northeast plus the Frontier cabin going from 500 to 1,200. Did I miss anything? Okay, I'll entertain that motion.
The only question I have is the last one you read. That's a big North End and Frontier. That's a big jump, right?
I think it's getting them comparable to each other, though, right? Because the North End and the Frontier cabins for 1,200, and then the South End has more cabins plus the Pavilion and the chalets for 15, and the electric cabin too.
Okay.
So I think it's just making them more comparable than before.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Have a second. All those in favor? Okay, great. That's all the prices. Now we get to discuss the Hanson.
Quick question.
Yeah.
If we can, while we're still chatting.
Sure.
What is our thought process on the difference between a company workshop and a party?
So go ahead, Tori.
Sorry, Mr. Chairman. For instance, like a printing company around the corner, if they were having a workshop here, it would be a workshop if they had all their people in and they had an instructor and they were learning and things like that would be considered a workshop. They had a Christmas party with us last year. It was a party because they were really having a Christmas party. Do you know what I mean? So a workshop would be you have somebody up at the podium and slides and they're having a workshop.
So workshops, retreats, and concerts are more money than.
Because you can potentially charge for them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so if you have let's say a timeshare company came in here, it's like, I want to do a timeshare, right? And they're charging people to come in here for it, right? They have the opportunity to make money off those people that are coming in here. That's why we charge them a higher rate. But if you have if you had a Christmas party here, it wouldn't be a company workshop. It'd be more like a company workshop. I feel like is more like a corporate event that's like, I'm trying to sell something or I'm running like a small conference or something that you're making money off of.
Okay. I just kind of can see how it's like the pricing is dependent on what you're classifying your event as.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so if somebody came in here and was like, "Oh, I'm going to have a company party," and then we realized that they're charging for that company party,
Yeah.
that's not a company party. That's a company workshop. Like, you're making money off of that. So that goes back to the policies and procedures that we're going to be updating next meeting about the change of events, right? So okay, all good with that. Okay, let's discuss the Hanson Citizen discount rate, which is currently set at 20%, and somebody in the main office wanted to change it to 10%. I don't know who that was, but shame on them. Huh? No, I'm looking at Renee.
Oh, I did that?
Ooh, somebody put the option to change it to 10%. So let's have discussion about that, because we set that rate every year. I actually want to see it higher now that we've raised the rates. So
Wait,
I-
I don't remember changing.
It's currently at 20. Somebody put the option to change to 10%.
It was 10. It was.
Because
It was always 10.
It was always 10.
And I don't know what happened. I
Right.
don't know why it was changed. Did we ever vote on it?
Yes, we did. Last year we voted on it. When we raised the rates, we voted on it.
I think you voted 20% discount Hanson resident
Mhm.
and a 10% military you implemented. I
Mm,
believe that was part of the vote too. But
I
right
thought it
now
was
it's-
20% for both. Like,
I'll
well,
double check.
so okay, so I think it was 20% for Hanson residents,
Yeah,
10% for non-Hanson residents that are active duty
right,
or veteran,
right,
right? So I think that's what it was.
right. But we just put it on there because it was in two different places on the website. Some, like for instance, this rate sheet says 10%, and it's on the website. And then our website.
Show
says
me where I'll
20%.
change it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's frustrating because I keep changing stuff and like people find it other places and
we just wanted to clarify because like on the new sheet, the new rates, it says Hanson residents 10%. So we in fairness to Renee, we just wanted to clarify. That's all.
Can someone get me the new sheet?
This is the new sheet that's on
No,
the website.
as an electronic copy so I can upload it to the website.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it says 20%, because that's what it is. It's a piece of. It's like a PDF.
Exactly. Right.
So I just need the updated one. So that's all.
Just a note too, so the Hanson resident discount goes for any event that they have here. That's what we voted on last time. So it's not
Right.
just parties, it's for weddings and things like that too.
Right.
Yeah.
So even though we increased their rate to 8,500, 25% of that's what, $1,700, I think.
Yeah.
Did you want to go through and factor out what the increases and the percentages from each and every individual thing?
How long do you want to be here for?
How
How long do you want to be? I would. Like I said, I think now that we raised the rates over here for outside people, we should raise the discount for the Hanson residents.
From the one who's never booked a party.
There's other reasons for that I can explain after the record is off.
Okay.
I don't use the rate. Like I said, I'll pay full price here all day long. But
So what are you thinking? 25?
I'm thinking 25%. Increase it to 25% for Hanson residents. Increase it to 15% for active duty military and veterans.
I mean, given that we don't really.
Unstackable.
Most of the
Is that gonna,
bookings are
is
outside
that
of
gonna, I mean, because I get the questions now, so, and there's really no way for me to say, hey, Uncle Joe
Right.
lives in town, but he's not getting married. But if Uncle Joe books the wedding, Uncle Joe gets a discount, and he lives in Hanson.
You're lucky for knowing Uncle Joe then.
So, yeah, so do we have to be at every event? If
No.
we're booking under names?
I mean,
What are we gonna take attendance?
No,
well, let's be honest for a second. Let's be honest for a second. Like, if you're gonna go through if you're gonna go for the effort, let's say my son moves out of town, right, and he wants to get married here at Camp Kiwanee, and he says, Dad, I want you to book it. Chances are I'm paying for it anyway, right, or it's coming out of my pocket. So yeah, I can get the discount for it.
You can pay for the wedding.
There's a different story about that one too, also. But listen, if Uncle Joe wants to book the wedding there, Uncle Joe's on the hook for everything that's there, security deposit and everything like that. Uncle Joe can take the 25% discount. Because at one point, Uncle Joe took his tax dollars and put it into the camp.
yeah, but what I'm saying is now, I just don't want to make it so everybody is finding their own Uncle Joe. in
Right,
town.
Until Joe starts booking 3 weddings a year.
Well, if Uncle Joe starts booking 3 years, he probably has a side hustle going on there. But, listen, it's 20% right now. I don't think we have any of those situations going on right now. Majority of the Hanson residents who book for parties. They don't book for weddings, right? So if we raise the price to $750 with the 20% discount, they're getting it for $600, right? If we do it to 25, it'd be an additional, so it'd be $550, right, for a Hanson resident. And that's really what I care about, because a majority of the parties and fundraisers they have are from Hanson residents. So that's where they book. They don't book not everybody in Hanson's getting married. So I don't know if we want to put a disclaimer in there saying, 1 discount a year per person, per resident, or something like that, or something along those lines, like 1 discount for a party, 1 discount for a wedding a year. I don't know, but if we're raising the rates on people who are coming outside in, I feel like we should lower the rates, potentially not raise them as much for the people who are already in here that can use the camp. That's just my thought, though. Like I said, I'm only one of 4, 25% of the committee, so which oddly enough is the discount I want to raise it to.
I don't think 5% is a deal breaker. So.
No.
Right.
And I feel like I feel like we want to try to bring more I feel like we do want to bring Hanson people and use the facility
Yeah.
for parties and all that.
Yep. That's okay. I'll entertain a motion to change the Hanson resident discount, which is currently at 20%, to 25%, and raise the veteran and active duty military discount, which is currently at 10%, to 15%, making them not stackable, so you can only use one.
No, I don't.
And with the you do want it?
I don't want to. I think it should be unlimited.
What if it's,
I revoke that motion. What's the discussion now?
They should get both. If they live in Hanson, they're active or military or veteran. They should get both.
they should have both?
Yeah.
No, that's not what you were saying, right?
No, that's
That's not what you're saying, but I like that idea.
I was
One
saying.
dis-
I
You wouldn't do that? Okay, you wouldn't limit. Okay.
I said, you know, it's like, what if it's a resident that's, you know,
Has a birthday
two
party.
grandchildren coming and they're having a
Yeah.
party, you know what I mean, whatever.
Okay. No, that's fine. Okay.
1 year,
Okay.
You know, yeah, just, I would
Okay.
just take that part off.
Okay. We should put something in there to kind of protect ourselves against it.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do something that says we'll get a 25% discount at the discretion of the camp, right? That makes it so like if Dory
Right.
notices that somebody booked 15 parties this year, right, and is clearly abusing the system, we could be like, no, you're not getting it now,
Right.
like it's something like that. So I think that's probably a better option. And then the second thing was somebody was saying stackable for active duty and military or veteran.
Is that
I
what
think
you?
if you're a Hanson resident and a veteran or in the military, then why wouldn't you get both?
That's
Yeah.
so 50%.
No, 15 plus 25 is 40.
Oh, I thought you were saying 25 and 25.
No. 15%. Okay, so
Sorry.
okay. If we're gonna make it stackable, we should keep the veterans and active duty at the same 10% then.
And Mr. Chairman, if I may, is it veteran or Hanson veteran? Is it town veteran?
So right now it's active military or veterans.
Yeah.
That's a 10%
Yeah.
discount.
10%.
Then you have so as it sits right now, Hanson discount is 20%.
Yep.
The last time we voted on this, they weren't stackable.
Right.
But if you're a Hanson resident who is also a veteran or active duty and you live in the town of Hanson, then you should probably be able to stack it.
So 35%.
So it'll be 35% total for active duty military veterans that are also
I don't think
Hanson
I've
residents.
ever applied in the time that I've been here in the military.
Grim?
No.
Okay, I've attended a lot of select board meetings for the past 4 years since I'm retired. And I was under the impression this place, I don't have a copy. I guess I was under the impression that this place needed to be self-sufficient,
It
kind of
is.
like the library.
Yep.
So if you're increasing your discounts, I don't see how you're gonna come out ahead.
Because a majority of our weddings that we book for now,
I know they're out of.
Yeah. our business is weddings. Like that's where all of our money comes from, essentially. So we're not getting a discount for those people coming out and coming in.
Yeah, I guess I would make it stackable. I think you're giving away the power. But I worked in business, and so
I'm just going on, in the past 20 years I've been here, I don't think I've ever applied a military discount. And I know there's military people in Hanson.
yeah.
So I think it's gonna make it an attraction for people in town to book events.
I want like if I could give and I'm very biased about this, and I think I've held the pretty same position in the past couple of years that I've been here. If I could let Hanson people use this place for free, I would, and have everybody else out of town pay the bills for it. I can't. I'll get yelled at. So you know, I think that making it so they don't have to choose, or it's a very easy choice between the VFW or the AA or having their party here at the camp, only makes it more marketable to the people outside of town. So when somebody from Hanson comes in here and, you know, their friend from Whitman's getting married next year, they see this beautiful camp and they're like, oh, how much is it? They book a tour with Renee, come here, and now all of a sudden we got an $8,500 wedding.
No, I get it.
And it's worked kind of good in the past 2 years, you know, because we have been making money, but the majority of the money we're making hasn't been from Hanson residents. Yeah, so. Okay, I'll entertain that motion one more time. I'll make it again. So I will. I'll entertain a motion to increase the Hanson discount that's currently at 20% to 25%, and increase the veteran and active duty. Actually, we're not going to increase the military and active duty. We're going to keep that at 10%, but we're going to make Hanson residents who are veterans or active duty can stack that discount. Does that make sense, Dory?
It does.
Okay. I'll entertain that motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second? All those in favor? Fantastic. Where are we? Where do we go? Where am I? I lost my agenda.
And just when this is
Yes.
Did you
updated,
want to make any move on the bar permit fee?
We can't. That's a town permit.
Well, I know, the funds go into the general fund, but you have the authority to increase that if you wanted to.
Does
Doesn't go
does anybody have any issue with the bar permit fee staying at $40 and giving it to town hall? Okay, I don't think anybody's interested in that one.
Yeah, so-
Yeah. Thank
and
you.
these rates are as of January 1st.
January 1st. Yeah. Fall Festival Hay Rides Chili Cook-Off Sunday, November 12th. Dory?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I know we've talked about doing something along those lines. So we thought the hayride would be good. We've got the gator and then the big, what do you call it, trailer. Put a bunch of hay in there and then do hay rides. And then we thought we could maybe even take them like down the field and then back around and do maybe s'mores and cocoa and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I know we were speaking and we talked about maybe having like a chili cook-off, something like that.
Yeah.
Where each person, if they were interested, maybe even get a cabin and do set up shop there and just kind of make it a real fun Sunday kind of family day. So kind of like the cook-off for the adults and the hay rides for the kids.
Yeah, the only problem that I have with that is it can't be the 12th because we got the kids' football Super Bowl that day.
Oh, that we picked the true.
Yeah, they literally just voted it,
Okay.
and
It's gonna eliminate a lot of the.
yeah, because we're
We can pick another day.
It's very controversial when the fields were built.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of choices, but yeah, November 12th is going to be the
No.
There's a party that day here
Oh,
On the 12th.
I thought you meant.
from 11 to 4.
Yeah, inside. Yeah.
Doesn't say, just Tracy Scavagnelli.
Yeah, so the thought process was booking that day is that those people could pay $5, whatever it is, pay ride, we can incorporate it.
Because we won't be using the lodge for the hay ride or the chili cook-off.
Got it.
I really love the idea. I just can't do that date.
Yeah,
And
we can pick any day.
Because
We just picked that day because it was available.
Yeah, it's not eliminate.
yeah, a lot of the towns, well, a lot of the younger kids in town are gonna be at the football thing, but
So that's Veterans Day weekend too.
Yeah, that was the thought process behind that date, because there was already a party here, which were already people here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Force them to just planning here.
Okay.
Yeah, thinking donation wise.
Well, I wondered if I could, Mr. Chairman, could I ask Melissa, do you remember what we charged for the Winter Wonderland?
Did we what?
For the Winter Wonderland, do you remember what we charged for that? I know we charged.
I think it was like $5 or $10 a family or something. I think it was like $10.
I think it was like $10 for a family of 5 or something like
Yeah.
that. It was like
Pretty
so-
cheap.
it was like for a family.
Yeah. So I was thinking along
Something
those
like that.
lines. Yeah. Charging
Yeah.
similar.
Do you have another time that you'd want to do it that's not the 12th?
We'll look at the calendar, because we picked the 12th because it was available, but there's a lot going on in November, but we'll look at it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make the motion to approve it, and I'll just make it for another day in November, December, or something like that. And if we have to turn it into like more of like a,
Yep.
the firefighters did a light display over McQuon one time. I wonder if we can reach out to the firefighters, see if they want to come here and do cabins.
Yeah, they can't use McQuan, right?
No.
They can't use McQuon anymore. They have a whole bunch of Christmas lights. I wonder if they would be interested in doing it. And then we can kind of.
We could do sleigh rides instead of hay rides.
Can I table this discussion
Yeah.
for right now, and then we'll we'll reach out to the fire department, see if they want to come here and do like a lights tour of the camp, and then we can kind of do that because they love setting that stuff up for the kids anyway. So
Yeah.
okay, so we'll discuss that next meeting. Discussion on sending out flyers to local businesses offering company parties. Does anybody have any interest in discussing that?
So this would be create a flyer and send it out.
Yeah, like create a flyer for like company parties, you know, for companies in the area saying, you know, have your party here, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is that gonna, that's
Yeah,
probably gonna cost
upgrade, yeah, I don't think it'd be too much.
maybe $200-300 for it, I think.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve Dory spending, let's say, upwards of $400 on mailers and postage for advertisement of company for company parties.
Yep. So moved.
So move second.
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, fantastic.
Dory, just to add on to that, you might want to reach out to Laura Kemet because she's kind of re-upping the Hanson Business Network. She's trying to get that like back to the forefront, and so she might be able to get a list for you
Okay,
of
thank
like
you.
businesses and on social media too. She has a Facebook page.
Oh, okay, great, good idea.
Okay, discussion on policies and procedures, adding no dogs allowed and deleting teams and recreation from the policy procedures. Do we have a copy of the policy procedures? Right here, okay. Did I send, I'm pretty sure I sent an updated policies and procedures that took out all the recreation. I'll have to resend it. I think I have it at the house, but I went through and did that. We'll have to vote on that. But then the no dogs has been a hot button ticket this year. So do we have any current policies and procedures in here that say anything about dogs?
No,
Nothing.
it doesn't. And that's what the confusion was, because on the sign it said the Board of Health said no dogs between June and October.
Yes.
Something like that. But then they didn't have it in their policies. The Board of Health doesn't have it written down. We didn't have it in ours. But there was one time when, because I remember talking about service animals when Audrey was on the commission. Do you remember that?
You have to have service agents. And it
So
doesn't
I
matter
think
what
that's
policies.
the only mention of.
Oh, maybe it was because dogs in here.
Yeah. Well, because the question is, are dogs allowed here, or are they just not allowed at the cove, or and nobody really?
In the past, from what
No.
I've heard, and this is hearsay to 100% of the way, they did not allow dogs on the camp during the summertime. Once the wintertime kicked in, because those Board of Health signs on the bottom, they have a date on them.
Right.
So that was the policy of the camp before, was to have those signs up, and the Board of Health, the camp would enforce the policy saying no dogs during the summertime, especially on the cove. And then during the wintertime, dogs were allowed to roam as they will. So,
Okay.
with their owners, obviously. So if we want to add something to the policies and procedures into that effect, then we should say, maybe from, no dogs at the camp from April to October. April to October. And that's that, yeah, okay. Does anybody have any discussion about that? No?
Right.
Nothing? Yeah.
I think the beach should be considered separately with 12 months of a year.
Yeah, no, the beach definitely, I think the beach already is considered separate. I think there was, it doesn't say on the sign of the beach?
Same thing with the dates. I put tape over it.
On the rules sign of the beach, it says dogs are allowed.
I'm pretty sure it's just the dates on there. I don't have that picture.
Okay. Okay, so I'll do this in a couple different motions. So the first one will be the dogs motion. Does anybody have any discussion about the dog? Go ahead, Melissa.
I don't know how you're gonna regulate it, and what's gonna happen when you find dogs up here. I don't know how you're gonna. I don't know.
It's one of those things, if it's posted, people oblige if they oblige.
I would think it should say no dogs all year. Is that what you propose?
No. So on the beach, no dogs all year. Like on the cove, like no dogs all year in the cove. And then on the actual grounds, like other than Smitty's, we don't own Smitty's Bog. They can do whatever the hell they want in Smitty's Bogs, right? But on the actual grounds from where the signs are from, I think it's from the cove up is where the signs are, if I'm not mistaken, right, Roger?
Yeah.
Okay. From the signs up to here, it's from April to November. No dogs. And then during the winter time, you can have dogs here.
It says June 1, Labor Day.
What page does it say though?
Page 11.
Page 11. I read this on the fly.
Page 11.
Pound 4. Pets are not allowed on camp. Yeah, or on the camp property between June 1 or Labor Day. with the exception of comfort pets and service animals,
Mhm.
per the Board of Health. Okay, so if that is the, okay, I mean, that's the existing policy, so we don't have to change anything. That sounds fine. June 1 to Labor Day. Labor Day is a little early for me, but it is what it is. And then maybe the exception should be, I mean, the Cove's locked up anyway, so it's not like, after Labor Day, the Cove's locked up, right? So,
Right.
When the water is low, they can go around that fence with no problem at all.
yeah, but if they go around the fence, then they're trespassing at that point, right? So, I mean, the dog is probably the least of their worries. So if they're around the fence and it's closed up anyway, they need to get out, with or without their dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to change this, or we want to keep it in here? Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. So
So much effort into
so-
something that's not.
yeah, so the problem is just people just leave
Right.
their dog stuff everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, and it's like we have to do something about it. Whether we do this and then we kind of post about it, or we pay to have those bags put up, and hopefully
Right.
people use them, like the stations, which we can put on.
The bags all over the place anyways.
No. Like just
Those trash barrels.
the biodegradable, like
The
pet
bag.
Right,
bags.
they're picking up after their pets and leaving those bags everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like Mount Everest. Do you ever hear that story about Mount Everest? How the people are doing it on Mount Everest and bags are everywhere? No?
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you the story
Including
after.
the front step of the gatehouse.
Yeah. So I mean, like,
And who would monitor this?
well, so that's the thing, right? So like, it's more of an empty threat than anything. I feel like,
I mean, it's already in the.
it's already in the policy and procedures. Maybe next meeting.
Maybe we could get
Oh, what?
Zebra the dog.
Yeah, we should get like a big German Shepherd.
Yeah.
We should like an attack dog out there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the second point. The dog. We'll put the dog bag thing on another agenda so we can figure that out and hopefully get some stuff going on with that. Sorry, this is a really long agenda today.
You can do it. You can do it. Come on.
We're gonna make it through. Okay, so deleting the teams from the policy procedures. I don't know if you guys knew this before, but we had teams that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody was on teams.
Yeah.
So I'll entertain a motion to remove those teams from the policy procedures so we don't have to do them again.
There we go. That's almost.
So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Thank you. Very, very wonderful. Thank you. And also, I entertain a motion to remove Recreation Recreation Commission and change it to Camp Kiwanee Commission
In the policy.
in the policies and procedures.
So
Yes. So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
There we go. All those in favor? We'll make it through this. Don't worry. We'll make it through. Approval of presentation for select board. The select board last year when we gave them a presentation, they asked for an update at the end of the first year of the Cove. This is kind of a overall presentation that I made. So if you guys want to pass that around, make any edits, tell me what you think about it. And then while you're doing that, I'll move on to the next agenda item and kind of circle back. Does that make sense? Actually, perfect opportunity to go to reports. Roger, caretaker report.
Caretaker report. First thing is, is this the right spot for it? Change that.
Oh, yeah, we doing facilities manager report?
Is that what he's doing now?
Go.
Yeah, facilities manager report. Yes, go ahead.
All right. We'd like to get a new chainsaw to replace the one that is broken and no longer usable. I got a price through Norfolk Power Equipment for $550 to replace it with a commercial style saw, 20-inch steel.
Okay. Head trimmer. Do you have a head trimmer too?
Edge trimmer would be coming from Ace Hardware.
Okay.
Norfolk Power does not sell that particular one, and this would have the same battery as our leaf blower.
Okay. How much does that cost?
Match it up. That price is $225.
Okay. So it's $775 for both. Does that include tax?
We don't pay tax.
No, we don't pay tax. Yep. Okay.
I would
Okay.
like to add in about another $35 for a second chain for that saw, because that's not going to be the same size saw as we already have.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve Roger's request for a chainsaw and a hedge trimmer, and he can spend up to $825.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Nice. Okay.
Kind of old business, I'm sure everybody got an opportunity to see the cove, see what kind of work was done down there. Grass is growing in really good. Down there watering just about every day. My staff, they continue doing landscaping and all kinds of other things.
Looks really good. You guys are doing a great job keeping up with
We're
it.
getting a lot of compliments from outside. And another project I had to work on was the river that runs just by the gatehouse there. We had another vehicle go through and knock down some of the big heavy rocks. So I had to rebuild that along with the help of the highway department. And
You had to rebuild, he made you rebuild rocks?
Yeah.
she learned how to mix concrete.
Oh,
Did a great
wow.
job.
You did, huh? Look at that. You come over to my house, pour a pad. Awesome.
And my last thing is, a few people know, maybe everybody does at this point, somewhere around the end of this year, beginning of next year, I'm retiring.
He thinks
This
he's
is us.
He thinks he's a
He thinks he,
Yeah. Fine.
tell him he has to find his replacement first.
Thought you were already retired, Roger.
This is his third retirement.
I know.
Retiring again.
Well, we'll have something for you before you leave. So, yeah, yes.
Why is the grass so far? Where did the beach go?
The beaches. So there was a couple different reasons for that. The main reason was the conservation and the stormwater management. So we had to move the grass pretty far up there in order to get conservation approval for the stormwater management to go there, as it was ripping through the front.
Like right by the
Lifeguard tower.
lifeguard tower.
There's, if you look, so that picture's a little, kind of.
I went down there.
Did you? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks nice, you know, it's
Yeah.
all nice and new, but it's like, when you pull up, you expect to see the beach, and it's like,
Yeah.
I'm picturing like, where you gonna sit, you know?
Yeah.
Who wants to lay in the grass? It's a
Well,
suntan.
there's plenty of beach still there to lay on, and the tables, staff will put them out there next year, in the grass area, where the tables go.
Okay.
We're gonna have like picnic tables. We're gonna discuss. Well, I mean, you can if you. I've done that before. I've slept on them before too.
There's no
Anyway.
trees down there for shade, you know, people
Yeah.
were asking for shade, so you know, we're providing some shade as well.
It
Families.
I do like the trees, actually.
it is not. It is not. It's not the cove that everybody's seen for the past 40 years. That's a fact. We couldn't do that anymore. If we were going to do anything with the cove, we needed to fix the stormwater management. It was just, it wasn't an option anymore at that point. Like, we had to do something with it. And then, unfortunately for us, in order to do that something, we have to get conservation approval. They were great. They gave us the approval for it, but there was guidelines that, they had to go through also with stormwater and stuff like that. So, yeah, is the beach smaller? Yeah, but
Well, it's not really the beach that's smaller. It's just the sand area.
it's just sand that's smaller. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. And yeah,
I mean, I think
Less
it looks
beach.
more. I think it looks more like a lakefront beach. It's a lake. It's not the Atlantic Ocean.
it's not. It's not
Yeah, I think
Duxbury unless the piping plovers get out here.
Well,
We can start putting those there too. But it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
I think it'll help with the bees too.
Do you know what? We did not have the bees last
Sorry,
year.
the wasps.
The
Whatever.
wasps. We did not have the wasps
I
last
know.
year either.
I'm surprised actually.
Yes. I don't know.
Where'd they go?
Went to Nantucket for the summertime. Not sure.
That's
But
a problem.
it's different. It's
Suitcases lined up down the street.
it's different. So, we can make it work to the best that we have. I think it looks really nice. I think once the grass grows and people actually go down there, I think it's going to be, I think people are really going to like it. The sand was nice, but, it was causing issues. It was causing a lot of issues down there. So, and I don't even think it's natural down there, to be honest with you. I think it was more like that without the sand. They just added, 300 feet of sand.
You don't have to sound me on it, I already think it looks ugly.
That's what I said about my first kid, too. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So are you good, Roger?
I am good.
You're good. Okay. Jack and Jen, you guys have anything? No. Thank God. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go back to the presentation before we hit Dory. So it's not. I need to fill in some numbers and stuff like that, like general, but that's the gist of it. Does anybody have any issues with it or anything like that?
Is this the one that I did last year, Dory? Or is this different?
This is the same one that we did with Audrey. I think we all kind of did a little bit of it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So are you going to add more of like description, like more content, or is it going to be?
Yeah, I'm gonna add more
I mean, I
content,
can
but
help you.
it's more. Yeah. We can, if you want, because I don't know how to use PowerPoint, but
Yeah.
if you want, I can just put the numbers in. I was gonna use the same template I was having. I was gonna do some pictures of some projects that we did around
Yeah.
camp and stuff like that. Just kind of leave it at that. I don't want to be there for 45 minutes talking to
Yeah.
someone. I was just going to keep it short and sweet with just the things they want to know, what we made last year, what we were projected to make, how much we did over that, so on and so forth.
I didn't know if it was more like financial or if it's.
It is financial, but I'm putting some stuff in there that's more like it's more like a budget overview, because they wanted to first off see how the camp was doing since 2022, the fiscal year 22, because we gave it to them, I think, in October of 22 something. No, we gave it to them in March of 23, which was that same fiscal year we were having issues.
Yeah.
So they wanted to see how it was doing, how the Cove went, what we did for the Cove revenue and things like that. So I'll entertain a motion to have me present this fiscal year overview to the select board.
So moved.
Second? All those in favor? Fantastic.
Can
Thank
you email me?
Yes, I will.
Email everyone.
I will email. Yeah, I will email. I'll email it to you so you can fix it, and then after you fix it, I'll email it to everybody. Well, I'll have Dory email it to everybody. Thank you. Okay. Old business benches reestablished store. So the benches. We got an interesting suggestion on Facebook for one of the posts. Somebody was talking about having benches out for people who are walking the camp. And then, oddly enough, my mother commented on it and said you should probably, you could probably sell benches and have them like dedicated to people who are in the camp and like who, and kind of have it as like a memorial bench or something like that. I'm not thinking like 40 of them, but it might be nice to get, like 5 or 6 different nice benches here. Mm-hmm. And, maybe put plaques on them for different people who have a close connection to the camp and things like that. So, what does everybody think about that? You can kind of.
You could get 4.
Yeah, and a memorial one for each one of us, or would you want us all in one? No. Oh, it doesn't have to be a memorial. Oh, sorry. Yeah, in honor of. Yeah. Time, dedication, unwilling commitment to not. Yeah.
You're written it up.
They could put the picture of my face right at the bottom of the bench, right yeah. There you go. It's gonna look beautiful. Nobody's ever gonna come here ever again. It's gonna be awesome.
So would it be like we would charge people, or?
I think so. So I'm not thinking about charging like the whole amount for the bench. I think first we have to find a bench, right? So like we got to find a bench. So let's say the bench is going to cost like one of those good like cast iron benches. I think I looked it up. It costs like $500.
Yeah,
like for a good one. Let's say if they want a plaque, it's like $150 or something like that. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I'm just making this up as I go. Mm-hmm. So we'll figure it out when we get there.
Okay.
Right. So but what we can do is we can start to look into it and kind of build an idea and figure out how many we want, where we're going to put them.
Maybe we should call it like some kind of bench program or dedicated bench.
Yeah, I mean they do the same thing with bricks all the time. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like we could do. I think there was a suggestion one time when we redid the front of the lodge with the bricks that we could do some with the bricks there.
Yeah.
Have like I don't want to make this into a graveyard, right? So we don't want everybody here, but eventually you get 5 or 6 different things that are going on. It'd be nice,
Yeah.
Well.
Good idea.
And then Dory, go ahead with the store, please. Take it over for me.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, piece of traffic.
What we'd like to do is reestablish the store that was over here next to the old firehouse.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing we wanted to do is make sure this is what you wanted. And if it was, we have the building inspector look at it structurally to get his support on that. And then we would like to make a store and sell sunscreen and suntan lotion and bug spray and marshmallows and all those types of things that people would love to buy around here. And I know it can be done. There's I know somebody in another town and they have a whole system set up on the inventory. So I would meet with that person and figure out how they do it. But first, we just wanted to make sure that that was the direction that you wanted to go.
How's that sound?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
You can even sell something for them to sit on the grass or with the clothes.
Like sweatshirt, you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
Kiwanee stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be good.
Buckets.
We can do like a stamp. Yeah, bring your own sand to the cove. That'd be nice. We kill them $5 a bucket. And at the end of the day, we'll just go over there and scoop it up and bring it back to the store. Yeah. Instant profit. Nobody would say Frank Luisi's not an innovator.
No, that sounds like a good idea.
Excellent. Okay, I'll move forward on it then.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
From the,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love that. Actually, I did get a message from somebody that was asking for apparel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was like, no, but it's a good idea.
Yeah, I just raised my hand. Actually, you would do what you could do is you could sell shirts and sweatshirts and stuff, because Renee, yesterday, during the event, more than once I got complimented on the shirt and on the logo, and they asked if we sold the shirts.
I've been asking to buy one of those sweatshirts for about 3 weeks now. They're nice sweatshirts. Do you guys want some sweatshirts? Well, yeah, it's that one. Go ahead, stand up, Renee, and model it.
Right. Either a sweatshirt or a
Yeah.
on the bench.
Why can't you have your face on a bench while wearing the sweatshirt?
You might want to, whatever system you get for your store, you might want that for the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So everything, even the card has to be swiped through the register.
Right.
Yeah, so the bar has to be different because it's his. The money has to go through his account. So if we did like a swipe here, like if we had a swipe at the bar, it would go to our bank account, like the Camp Kiwanee one.
And
But
you can't do that.
not for the bar because we don't own the bar.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
The bar
third party that comes in and does it. So he swipes it, goes into his bank account, and then he can pay all of his employees. Then he gives us the 20% that's on top of it.
yeah,
So-
because you were talking about electronic receipt, you should be getting a receipt from that cash register.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now what about like, someone to work there, or would it just be during the hours that you're here, or how, like, have you guys thought about?
I was thinking that should have somebody work there.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like,
Staff it.
if you're talking about like marshmallows and if people are camping and,
Yeah.
and stuff like that, it would have to be longer than anyone's here.
Yeah. And when Dory came up with this great idea, it was also like we can sell it as a part of like the wedding package too. Like, oh, do you want the store open until 10 o'clock?
True.
Like,
Yep.
$100. You could stay open until 10 o'clock or something. And then when it's open, the cove's open down there, and the people are really don't like the grass, they can come up to the store during the summertime. Yeah, get some M&Ms. Yeah. So
We could sell wood.
we can sell wood. Yeah,
There we go.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, well, I can't do any hot food because then we have to deal with people. Don't want to do hot food. Well, you can go down to Shaw's and get yourself a pack of hot dogs on a stick because I ain't dealing with that. You can pay 20. You can pay 4 times as much. Yeah.
That's
Right.
Sheila's hot dogs. Sheila's hot dogs. You're gonna stand by. You know what?
Get like the logo and see everything.
We can't. We're not putting this meeting on YouTube anymore. This is staying just with us. We're getting wild here.
Could I, Mr. Chairman?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just have one other quick item.
Go ahead, Dory.
Another brainstorm. The craft cabin is sitting over there. It's a large cabin and has electricity, and it doesn't get used at all. It just sits there. So we were thinking, what about when we have weddings and they say, the bride always gets always gets ready at the bridal cottage, and they say, where do the guys get ready? Well, I don't know, you're on your own, there's a chalet.
Right.
So what about the groom's cottage? We turn it into a groom's cottage, right? So
That
the
thing's
groom's
gonna get
get ready,
trashed.
and then we sell it too, because now we've got a big cabin with electricity.
Oh,
So
good,
we
yeah.
need another
And the
cabin
more
with
natural
electricity.
these guys get,
Yeah.
the more where women are here, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Their hair and stuff. and-
Right,
Yep, they make up.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
Okay.
that was the other thought.
That's a great idea, Dory. I'm going to ask everybody here to save their ideas for the next meeting we have, so we get through this one, okay? Because it's 7:30 and we've been here for 2 hours, and Frankie's getting tired. So, Dory, departmental update, please.
And that's all I had,
That's
Mr. Chairman.
Fantastic, beautiful, thank you. Does anybody have anything else? And we need to set our next meeting date. So let's figure out when the next meeting should be. Anybody want to figure that out? It can't be on the 29th or the 28th of November. That's hunting season, so I have to go there. It's first day of hunting season.
Fabulous.
Where our orange would be fine.
What is that? Oh, is that a dog thing? You know, they have there's a service that does it. They'll come and do it. They'll come and pick it up and empty it and everything like that for you too. I just got to figure out how much it is because I saw it at the Weymouth dog park.
It's yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
They're only $130.
Oh yeah, no, but who?
No, I'm saying a couple of them around.
Yeah, but who's gonna empty them and who's gonna fill them with dog bed? Right.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, right.
How about Jen? She's not in here.
Yeah. I wouldn't put that job on my worst enemy. Okay. Next meeting.
Sometime in November.
Well, it's obviously Thanksgiving week. Should we do it before that?
Do you want to do the Monday before Thanksgiving? Does that work?
13th.
Is that the 13th, Monday before Thanksgiving?
No, that'd be the 20th.
Yeah, that'd be the 20th.
No. Yeah. Oh no, I was thinking not Thanksgiving.
Oh, not Thanksgiving.
It's the week before that.
Okay. What's the first week in December?
The
What's
4th.
the way?
That's my son's birthday.
Monday after Thanksgiving.
What about what? Well, we've done a Wednesday one before, haven't we? We've done a Wednesday. Why don't we do the 29th?
I'm gone.
Oh.
You guys can. I mean, can meet.
No, we can't have you not here.
The school around.
The 22nd. Oh no, that's
Hot dogs tonight.
it's the day before Thanksgiving.
What about December 4th?
Oops.
It's my son's birthday. I won't be able to be here, but December 4th will probably be okay.
Yeah, December 4th.
Or we can do December 6th. You here December 6th?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys good for December 6th? Sheila?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, sounds.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, December 6th at 5:30.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. Okay. And I will finally, for the last time this evening, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Wonderful. All those in favor? Thank you very much.